What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And the collapse is starting to happen with car dealerships. This one in Texas, people have cars with no titles. The dealership is closed. There's no paperwork. Banks don't know what's going on. Everybody's screwed. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. So I'm going to put this up here. I saw this over at the U.S. Sun. Shout out to Haskell, who shot me this story. I appreciate it. It basically talks about this Mitsubishi dealership and Mitsubishi is in a ton of trouble. They're either going to get acquired and purchased by Honda, I feel, or another big conglomerate like a Stellantis. Somebody's going to buy them because I just don't see them surviving much longer, and the dealers aren't either. These floor plan costs on the vehicles that they're getting are insane. You can go buy pretty much any Mitsubishi dealership. The one here in town where I'm at, there's like maybe 8 vehicles outside. They're not trying to hold a bunch because it's not a dealership where they're moving a bunch of units. They got one sales guy. The general manager is also the finance guy. Like, Mitsubishi dealerships are going through the most right now. And in this situation, this dealership just went bankrupt. They ran out of money, couldn't pay their employees, and most likely the owner or the general manager freaked out, locked everybody out, said that they were closed, and everybody was fired. That's my guess. So there's employees that haven't been paid. There's floor plan companies that haven't been paid. And unfortunately, there's customers that have vehicles. Not all of them Mitsubishis, by the way. They're just regular cars and trucks, too, like used cars and trucks, because that's where the dealership makes their money, actually, not with the Mitsubishis. But this dealership basically just closed up shop, and now you got people out here with cars with temporary tags, and they're going to expire, and there's nothing that these customers can do for real. The dealership has been hit with a $4.4 million lawsuit. And it's one of the things, in my opinion, unless it's like a massive, and not to say even the massive dealerships are going to close, but you got to find dealerships like, give me an example. In my town, in Vegas, there's Sahara, there's Chapman, there's a bunch of different like Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships. If I'm buying one, even if I'm not like happy with even if my deal is slightly not as good as what it might be at Sahara or Chapman, I'm still buying the car at Tobin because I know it's not going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? You can mess around and buy a car from a car dealership now, and they just go belly up. And now your down payment, your trade-in, whatever you did to get that car, maybe it's nothing. But you have a vehicle that you can't drive. You're going to be stuck with, and then they're going to come get it. The finance companies, the floor plan companies are going to start tracking down cars, and they're going to snatch those things back up, and you're left holding the bag. And 2 or 3 years later, after everything settles in court, maybe you get your money back. You have to be careful where you buy a car now. If you're buying from a used car dealership, like a mom and pop somewhere in town, and you're going through like your credit union, you have to make sure that your credit union gets that title ASAP. I mean, like, paperwork done, cool, we're transferring the title, and title goes straight to your credit union. You can't, the market is so shaky right now for cars. I know of 2 major dealerships in my town that are on the verge of bankruptcy right now, and they've been here for 15 years. Now, most likely what will happen is they'll just sell the dealership or somebody else will acquire them, most likely. But it's just to see this in the market. Lucky Lopez, I don't know if you've seen his channel, but I'll tag him in the description. He talks about this on the regular. And this is the point where I think the hard numbers are coming in. Like, you've got people that have had vehicles on their lot for almost a year, 300 plus days of floor plan cost. That's insane. Like, it's almost, you can't make money on that car at that point. unless you're going to screw the customer. It's just crazy to see this, but I digress. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you feel about this Mitsubishi dealership that just folded up in Texas? Is it a sign of things to come? I think it is. And I'm also worried about Nissan dealerships, because there's some big ones. And if that company, they only had 13 months of cash. We talked about that. 13 months of cash remaining. What happens when that runs out? What happens to customers that just did a deal and, picked up their Murano or Sentra or Altima, the baby mama's Hellcat? What happens with them? Like, I feel like we're going to see a lot more stories like this coming soon. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. And as always, stay petty, my friends.